Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Odd Big Boss Man, but my friends call me Boss, so feel free to do the same. With the release of the Save Files in the Heels DLC this Wednesday the 10th of December, it's safe to say that we could all use a little bit of extra cash. Today I'm showing you exactly how I made almost 21 million from traditional business sales in GTA Online, all completely solo, in only 4 hours in an invite-only lobby. To set up this big payday does take actual time and hard work, but it's so worth it in the end. No heists, no glitches, no Cayo Perico grind, and no boosted payouts. Just smart selling of the MC Club businesses, Acid Lab, Nightclub, Hangar, Office Special Cargo Warehouses, the Bunker, the Daily Street Dealers, and as a special bonus, all of the highest value vehicles acquired at the Salvage Yard over a 4-week period. We're talking fully upgraded businesses with full production bar sales. I'll break down every sale step by step, show the math, and prove it's completely doable solo, or with friends if you want to. If you're grinding for that safe house in the hills, oppressor MK2 or yacht upgrades, this is your blueprint. Let's get straight into it. The way I decided to start this sales day is with all the MC businesses that include the cocaine lockup, the counterfeit cash factory, the methamphetamine lab, the weed farm, and the document forgery office. The reason for this is we want to leave enough time for the MC businesses to use supplies to create more stock so that we can sell to street dealers later in the day. There are a total of 5 sales that need to be completed, and all of them can be done solo. It takes up to 40 minutes depending on the vehicle to complete a single sale, but with your heist crew it will take around 15 minutes per business. A full production bar sale for the MC businesses will earn you the following: the document forgery at 157,000, so don't even bother doing this mission if you're planning on selling your businesses regularly. The weed farm earns you 425,000, the meth lab is a respectable 446,000, the counterfeit cash factory is at 496,000, and the cocaine lockup doing the numbers with 525,000. That's a total of just over 2,050,000 made in step 1. My personal opinion when it comes to MC sales is that it's great when you're just starting out. Low risk, decent reward, and you can do it all solo in an invite-only lobby. The only problem is that it takes up to 40 minutes to complete each individual sale. So I still think there are better ways to use your time to make money if that's your only goal. Besides that, the missions are so boring and feel like they take forever because most of the vehicles are super slow. To make this full sell of all 5 businesses took me just under 2 hours to do completely solo. For step 2, we're doing the Freak Shop Acid Lab. It's one of the easiest solo sales you can do, and it earns you 335,000 for dropping 10 packages. I actually enjoy using the bike for the deliveries, and the missions will take you no longer than about 15 minutes. The Acid Lab takes 1.5 resupplies to produce a full production bar, and it will take 6 hours without any upgrades. If you've completed 10 Fooligan jobs, you can buy the upgrades and get production time down to 4 hours, and it will boost the sales value of the product. You can then visit the lab, boost production, and further reduce the time to only 3 hours. The Acid Lab is a very profitable business with 1.5 resupplies costing you 90,000, and your sell will earn you 335,000. That's 245,000 in pure profit. If you're willing to risk it, you can even try sell in a full public lobby, boosting the total sales value to over 500,000. Before completing the 10 Fooligan jobs, you can sell a full production bar for only 237,000. After I completed the missions and bought the Acid Lab equipment upgrades for 250,000 at the workshop, I can now sell a production bar for 335,000. The sale took me about 7 minutes to complete, and remember, you can have a full production bar in 3 hours again if you boost production for that day. So it's very possible to do multiple sales of the Acid Lab daily. If you compare that to MC businesses, those sales took 2 hours to earn 2 million, with each resupply costing you 75,000. So the Acid Lab is way more profitable than the MC Club. Stop sleeping on the Acid Lab and start selling. That mansion's not gonna buy itself. The Nightclub is the best way of earning money, and when you combine that with the 5 MC businesses, you can really see that passive income roll in. I've only played about 900 hours of GTA Online on PC, and during that time I've made over 43 million before completing this sales video today. The best way to maximize on production is to keep your nightclub operating at above 85% popularity. So make sure to call Tony when you have to boost its popularity back to where it needs to be. For the setup of the nightclub, ideally you would want your workshop technicians to focus on cargo and shipments, sporting goods, South American imports, pharmaceutical research, and organic produce. Once any two of these are completed, you can reassign technicians to focus on cash creation and printing and copying. I never do a complete full sale of the nightclub as it takes over 3 full days or 66 hours of in-game time to completely fill up. Normally I sell around the 20-hour mark or when I have 1 million available in sales. For this 100% sell, I was able to get an unbelievable $1,931,500, but it felt like it took absolutely forever to fill up. The mission was fairly simple with 2 stops and then meeting the buyer, protecting them from some enemies and then leaving the area. The whole mission took under 9 minutes to complete. Obviously the product selling does feel like it gives you the most, but to be honest, the boosted popularity and daily take adds more to your income than your sales. Look at my nightclub stats here. I've completed 18 nightclub warehouse sales missions, earning an impressive $18 million. However, keeping the popularity high has earned me over $25 million in the exact same time. GTA Online is all about keeping yourself busy and maximizing on profitability. While you're busy selling the acid lab, prepping for heists, or filling your hangar and warehouses with crates, your nightclub and now the businesses from the Money Fronts DLC are adding cash into your bank account more often. So make sure to look after those businesses and give them the attention they need. It will pay off massively. The hangar has recently been updated to make it one of the best businesses to grind out and make an absolute killing. In the past, sourcing and selling a single crate would earn you $10,000. Over the last few years, this business has been buffed to $30,000 per crate sold. Now with the Money Fronts DLC added and you buy hands-on car wash and Higgins heli tours, you can buff the sale of the hangar crates to $33,000 per crate. Now you're probably wondering, what is the best product to source? Well, it's any of the following 3. Narcotics, chemicals, and medical supplies will give you the highest bonus. In fact, you will get a 35% increase when you have 25 crates and 70% bonus when you have the maximum of 50 crates. Just make sure that you fill up your hangar with only one specific type. I do narcotics because it's the first on the list. So to recap, make sure you own hands-on car wash and Higgins heli tours, and each of your crates will be sold for $33,000. Times that by your 50 crates, then add an additional 70% bonus and you will get an unbelievable $2,805,000. With Ron taking a minimal fee of $30,000, leaving us with a net profit of $2,775,000 for a full sale. If you don't want to purchase the car wash and the heli tours business, it's not that big of a deal and you will still earn $2,580,000 per full sale after Ron's cut has been deducted, meaning you will earn $195,000 less per full sale of 50 crates with the 70% bonus. Now I'll explain the best way to sell and source the cargo. As I mentioned, I just take narcotics as it's the first on the list, and the best way to do all sourcing and selling is by land. Land sales will always be a single vehicle if you're playing solo in an invite-only session. There are 3 different selling missions that I've seen. The Small Weenie Apocalypse EC Compact is the easiest mission. 10 stops in the city and all you have to do is follow the GPS and flare markers to get this done within a few minutes. The second is the big truck. It's a longer distance and the most difficult part is just reversing the truck into the parking space to drop the trailer. The last and probably the worst mission is the off-road vehicle. It's not that difficult, but out of the 3 it's the most challenging. You have to make 5 stops, all off-road, with enemies in choppers trying to stop you. But I have a trick that will save you lots of frustration. When the helis show up after your first stop, just jump out of the car and carefully shoot the gunners in the heli so that only the pilots remain and they won't be able to shoot at you, leaving you free to complete this sale with no effort. Sourcing is just as easy and can be done completely solo, it just takes forever. As a solo, you would have to complete 50 individual missions to fill up the hangar, but I've done it multiple times. The best way to do this is to ask your heist crew for some help. For every associate in your CEO, you will earn an additional crate when starting the sourcing mission. That means if you have a full crew of 4 players including yourself, you will earn 4 crates per mission. So you will be able to fill up the hangar in just 13 missions. I did it one afternoon for this video with the crew and it was really quick. As I mentioned, always source via land and make sure your crew has access to any fast vehicle to complete these crate sourcing missions quickly. I found the best way to do this is 2 Sparrow helicopters. Destroy whatever delivery vehicle is waiting for you at your destination. Each person in the crew picks up a crate and you make your way back to the hangar and repeat the process until the hangar is full. The hangar is a great way to make massive amounts of money, so be sure to capitalize on this. Now for the big one. So for the warehouses, to earn the maximum return you will need a total of 5. I purchased all 5 warehouses close to my arcade in the La Mesa area. They each contain a total of 111 crates and each warehouse will require an individual sale. When making the sales you will be instructed to have a minimum of 2 associates, but I managed to do all 5 sales completely solo in just over 1 hour. So if I can do it, so can you. First, let's talk about the sourcing of warehouse cargo. You'll have to visit each individual warehouse and speak to the technician for them to source the cargo. It costs $7,500 to send out the technician and they could potentially return with up to 3 crates for a single warehouse. When normally sourcing cargo from your office, you would have to spend $18,000 and complete a mission for 3 crates that you would have to deliver one by one if you were playing solo. The warehouse technicians take 45 minutes to complete their special cargo sourcing run, and you will get a notification on the left hand side of the screen indicating how many cargo crates they've returned with. As soon as you get this message, you can go visit each of them again. I like to spawn at my airport hangar, jump on an oppressor and just quickly fly to my warehouses to send out the technicians. This can be done while you keep yourself busy in-game with other activities like sales, heist prep missions or anything else you like to do. The most important part is that you keep visiting them every 45 minutes. Filling up the warehouses will take you a lot of time depending on how actively you play GTA Online. But I've managed to do this passive style exercise with not much effort. I've calculated that at the absolute maximum, this will take you 83 hours to source all of the crates, and remember that this is real time. So you can do this actively while playing or just log out and launch your game every 45 minutes to complete this same method I've shown you by visiting the 5 warehouses. Now let's talk profits. Because it's a 111 crate full warehouse sell, every time I started a mission I received the same notification that the game warned you to have a minimum of 2 associates with you. This meant that 4 out of my 5 sales were 3 vehicle missions. But I had more than enough time to complete them solo. Very similar to the MC Club sales that we've all completed solo. My Cargo Bob, Smuggler Plane, MTL Brigade 3 stop and 15 stop delivery missions each paid me $2,220,000. For some reason, my MTL Brigade mission with the tracker app only paid me $2,145,000. I don't know what the reason is for this, but I'm just letting you know. That's a total of $11,025,000 gross profit. So if you had spent the absolute maximum of $7,500 times 555 crates, that's $4,162,500. Your net profit would be $6,863,500. But like I mentioned, oftentimes you will be able to earn more than a single crate when sending out a technician to source special cargo, so it's very difficult to get the accurate number, but you will never make less than almost $7 million in profit. To get the full 1 million cell in the bunker, you will need to have it fully upgraded with at least the equipment and staff upgrades purchased. Then it's like all other businesses, just a normal cell. I've always completed this with a group of friends, but for this video I wanted to do it solo to show you that you can do it too. First of all, there is a total of 6 bunker cell missions available, but when you're attempting this solo, there are only 2 that you can do. Those are the Phantom Wedge truck and the Insurgent Pickup Customs. Specifically, the Insurgent vehicle that has 2 sets of armor panels on the roof mounted gun, front and back. If you do not have these 2 missions, just create a new invite-only lobby and try again. You will take a small hit off your stock, but it's not that big of an issue. Your other option is just to have 3 friends ready to assist you. For this bunker sale, I was lucky enough to get the Insurgent sale, and it's 3 vehicles that have to be delivered to 3 different locations. I have the farmhouse bunker, so driving to the city was quick. I was able to complete this mission in about 12 minutes by delivering 1 Insurgent vehicle and quickly flying back to get another with the Oppressor. A fast car or chopper will get it done too. I had around 23 minutes to complete this mission and more than enough time to spare. You can make millions using this solo sell method in an invite-only lobby, so make sure to sell the bunker as soon as it hits that magical 1 million number. The street dealers are one of the easiest ways to make money, and I still prefer doing them every morning compared to the MC sales. They are just incredibly boring and take such a long time to complete solo. I use GTA Lens's street dealer map to quickly see where all the dealers are located. During the morning of recording this, I earned $251,650 in just over 5 minutes flying to the different locations. All you have to do is keep your businesses full with stock and you can make these quick sales super easy. Just remember to call Mutt and order new supplies for the Acid Lab regularly. Everything else you should be doing from your arcade's master control panel. Now I know this is not a traditional sale, but because I've saved the most expensive cars over the course of a few weeks, I wanted to end the video off with one final push. Get your heist crew together so that you and 3 of your friends can deliver all 4 vehicles at the same time to earn one last big payday. The prices of the cars are as follows. The Jaguar is at $346,000, the Jubilee is at $383,000, the amazing one-seater race car, the LM87, is at $402,000, and finally the Dominator GT at $347,000. That's a total of $1,478,000 from the Salvage Yard, and the sale took us less than 5 minutes. So if you haven't been keeping track of the sales and the total time it has taken, let me refresh your memory. The MC Club is absolutely terrible at $2 million for just under 2 hours of work. The Acid Lab is fantastic at $335,000 at 7 minutes. The Nightclub, as always, doing the work at almost $2 million for 9 minutes of selling. The Hangar, possibly one of the best businesses, at almost $3 million at 8 minutes. The colossal effort of the warehouse at over $11 million for just an hour's work. The dependable bunker sale at over $1 million for 12 minutes of driving. The super underrated street dealers at $251,000 at 5 minutes, and last but not least, the Salvage Yard at $1.4 million for 4 minutes. If you've made it this far, I just wanted to thank you. It took me such a long time to make this video, so I do hope that it helps some of you. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please remember to subscribe and hit that cluck and bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.